Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sitting on my floor because I just felt like it. I wanted a change of scene. It's kind of boring back here, but you're gonna love what I have to say. Or you might hate it. It depends on which side of the opinion you're on. So I am gonna be reacting to the unpopular opinions that you guys have about Walt Disney World and I guess the parks in general. And if you missed out on this, I posted on my Instagram story asking you guys what your most unpopular opinions were about anything Disney. And you guys really delivered. I got a lot of responses and I had a really hard time picking the ones that I would react to because a lot of people said the same things, which makes it seem like those are more popular opinions, but I understand why they would be considered unpopular. Either way, this is gonna be interesting, so buckle up. If you want to be a part of things like this in the future, make sure you follow my Instagram. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, my example was that Figment is annoying because a lot of people love Figment, praise Figment. Since it's the face of Epcot, people love the ride. I personally don't love Figment, and that's an unpopular opinion because a lot of people would be offended by that. So a lot of these, I don't know if I'm going to be talking about your favorites. Again, these are your opinions that you guys sent me, so I don't know, the comment section is gonna be funny. I'm excited to read them. But again, try not to get offended. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions. I won't get offended. I'm just gonna react honestly to my own opinion based on your submissions. So here we go. One of the most popular things that people said was that Dole Whip was not that good and that Dole Whip was overrated, which is so funny because when I did my giveaway for the mini ears, I had people comment their favorite park snacks and basically all of the comments were Dole Whip. So that's definitely an unpopular opinion, but I can see how it could kind of be split if you don't love pineapple. I had never tried it until my Disney college program, and once I did, I loved it. Another one that I got a lot, which I feel like is also a split opinion, is that Small World is not that great of a ride. So I agree with these people, and don't get me wrong, it was a classic Disney ride made by Walt Disney himself. So I understand why it has to be in all the parks. It represents diversity. It's awesome. It's honestly, it's so annoying. You only need to go on it one time. Somebody else said that Magic Kingdom churros kind of suck. I think a lot of people like the churros as well. I am not a fan of the churros. I've never gotten them myself. I've only had a bite of somebody else's, and honestly I was like, okay, because I feel like I would want it to be more doughy, but it's honestly just one big crunch, and I guess depending on how you like churros, you would probably like that. And I know they're iconic, but I don't like them that much. Somebody said that Magic Kingdom can be disappointing because it gets too busy and there are really long waits. That is super true, I think. So I wouldn't say that Magic Kingdom is boring. I would say that it's just hectic. It is always crowded. No matter what day, what time of the day, it's crowded. That's the park that everyone goes to. That's the whole point of Disney, basically, is the castle of Magic Kingdom. But, it really did expand over the years, and people have loved to spread out to the other places. Honestly, Magic Kingdom might be my least favorite park because of that reason, and also because it was so hard to get to from my apartment. I couldn't just park in the parking lot and walk in. You have to do the whole transferring thing, and it was just a pain. But when I am there on vacation, I absolutely love going to Magic Kingdom because it's like the place to be. So, unpopular. Somebody else said that all of the sodas from Club Cool are disgusting. I agree with this one. If you guys don't know, Club Cool, it's no longer there, but it was in Epcot, and they had sodas from around the world. And everybody talked about the Beverly. Somebody else said the Beverly is disgusting as well. It is horrible. I've tried pretty much all of the sodas from there. I didn't like a single one of them, so I agree with you. A lot of people also mentioned that certain rides were underrated or overrated, so let's start with the underrated rides. Living with the Land is absolutely underrated. I don't know if it's just a me thing. I know that a lot of people get so bored on this ride. It's like the last ride you want to be on. Take this, for example, my cousins on our trip to Disney. So bored and angry that we went on Living with the Land. Sorry guys, exposed ya. I absolutely love it. I think it's so refreshing to see all the plants and you're under the greenhouse, and I just think it's so cool. I don't know, I love it. A lot of people said that Carousel of Progress is underrated as well and that it was a must-do at the parks. And honestly, I think everyone should do this once just to see what they thought was like the peak of technology. These animatronics. And it's honestly, it's just nice sometimes. It is a really long show. It's so old-timey and you get to go through all the inventions and stuff. Someone else said the Country Bear Jamboree is the best thing in Frontierland besides Splash Mountain. I mean, I guess if you say in Frontierland, I don't know, I would say Big Thunder Mountain beats that one out. I can't even remember the last time I went to the Country Bear Jamboree. I was probably a child, but I don't ever decide to go there. So I don't know if a lot of people like it, but I think that one's an unpopular opinion. Oh, somebody else just also said, I don't know why people like the Country Bears that much. We got both sides of the opinion, people. I don't know, you guys choose. I say, eh. Somebody else said that Cali River Rapids is also underrated. I agree with this. I have so much fun on a water ride, especially if it's really hot out. And if you want to see my little update that I would do to Cali River Rapids, check out my previous video where I recreated Disney rides that I want to exist, and I kind of revamped some of the ones that already exist. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, go check that out if you haven't. And then there are a lot of rides that you guys think are overrated, and some of these I can definitely agree with. Like the Navi River Journey, yes, it's new, so a lot of people want to try it out and see what it's like, but I think it's definitely overrated as well because it's the second best of Flight of Passage, and if you love Avatar, you're gonna love the atmosphere and it's so relaxing and calming, but I don't think it's worth that long of a wait either. Oh, somebody said Frozen Ever After is overrated. I used to love the Maelstrom, or however you say that, when it wasn't Frozen. I'm happy they kept the ride like foundation and it's like the same track and everything, but I don't know, I really love Frozen. I know Frozen is like super overrated as well. It's like all they have in the park sometimes, but I think it was fun that they added Frozen because how could you have Norway and not update it to a Frozen ride? You're really missing out on a lot of guests there. People said Pirates is boring, and honestly, I know what to expect. I've been on it so many times. I go on it every single time I'm at Disney because you have to. It's Pirates. It's like the smells of it. Just being in a boat ride again is fun. But I guess if you know exactly what happens every time, it could be a little boring, but I don't know, I always find slow boat rides pretty fun, actually. The Tomorrowland Speedway is a waste of space. I agree, but again, check out my other video if you haven't, because I had a plan to update the Tomorrowland Speedway to be Vanellope's Sugar Rush Super Raceway, so it's gonna happen, guys, I know it. Space Mountain isn't all that. Oh, I personally love Space Mountain. I forget how fast it actually goes every time, and I'm always blown away, and I just think it's really fun. I don't know, that's super unpopular, I think. Mine Train is not worth the 2-hour wait. So when I was in Disney and my boyfriend visited me during my DCP, we waited 3 hours for Mine Train, and I was so mad because the ride was really short. I think it was probably 4 minutes like the usual rides are. And I just, oh god, I couldn't believe we took that much time waiting for it. And it is fun with the logs and everything. You go pretty fast, so it could be worth it, but it takes up a lot of time. Peter Pan's Flight isn't worth the wait. Ooh, this is a classic one that I always want to go on when I'm there, but I feel like I get there and it's over an hour and I just don't feel like waiting for it. I've gone late at night sometimes and the wait is really nice, but really you should get a fast pass for that because it's probably not worth the wait. That part of Fantasyland is just packed all the time. Someone also said that SOARIN is overrated. I don't know. This was also on my list of things that I would tweak a little bit. I don't think it's overrated. I think it's so fun, and the wind and the smells and just being up so high is always really cool. And I don't know, I really enjoy it. Some people hate the Haunted Mansion. It's not my favorite. I don't really choose to wait for it unless there's kind of nothing else to do and it has a shorter wait. I know there are stands for the Haunted Mansion and I respect you guys. I just used to get so scared of it that now I just kind of avoid it. I remember the first time I was in the stretching room, I wanted out. I was with my parents and I don't even remember if I went out the escape. I might have even gone out. I might have been that kid to be so scared during the stretching room that I left. I'm gonna have to ask my parents and get back to you on that one. But either way, I was terrified and I had my eyes closed the whole time, so maybe that's why I don't like it to this day. Maybe if you were a kid who was into like spooky things, you love it now, or maybe you grew into it. I don't know, but I don't like it, I'm sorry. Guys, there were a lot of opinions about Epcot, and I worked in Epcot for my Disney College program. I was in Spaceship Earth. I was literally the face of Epcot. I worked in the face of Epcot. Let me fix that statement. I have saved a space in my heart for Epcot. I think you can learn so much in Epcot. The World Showcase, come on. Everyone says Epcot's boring. There's definitely the least amount of characters around Epcot, I feel like, or rides based on characters, but that's the whole point of it. It wasn't part of really the theming of the Disney characters. It was Walt's image of the future and all that stuff. Experimental prototype community or city of tomorrow. And they kind of kept it that way, so people find that boring, but I find it classic. I just love everything about it. I can't even tell you guys, but someone else also said that the World Showcase is boring if you don't want to eat or drink. And honestly, before I did the college program, I probably thought the same thing. We would go there late at night, maybe if we had a dinner reservation, and just see a couple countries. It wasn't until I had leisurely time to just be in the parks that I had such an appreciation for the World Showcase. I explored every nook and cranny of each pavilion, and I found so many details that were unbelievable and so unique to the country, and just the architecture, the way they literally made everything look like you just traveled to a new country. I think that itself is so fun if you have the leisurely time. I know a lot of people don't. If you're on a vacation, you gotta move and get everything done. But if you ever have the chance to just spend a whole day in Epcot, go around the World Showcase. So I disagree with those opinions. Another thing about Epcot, guys, somebody said that Epcot Forever, the new fireworks show, is better than Illuminations. I haven't seen Epcot Forever in person, but since I had to work Illuminations as part of my job, I started to love that as well. So a lot of the things I had a newfound appreciation for once I started working there, because it just became part of my memories there and it was amazing. I used to think that the Illuminations song and show were really boring as well, until they became like part of my experience there, and like I got to see the guests' faces every night when they were singing for the first time and stuff. So now I miss Illuminations a lot, and I can't really say if I like Epcot Forever or not. I do know it centers around Figment most of the time, and I don't like Figment, so maybe I won't like that. I don't know. Someone said that Epcot also has too many festivals, and this is funny because every single time I've gone to Disney as a guest in my life, there had never been a festival when I was there. I feel like we always went in the in-between seasons where there was no festival. And I think the festivals are so fun, again, because when I was there and it changed a couple times, it just made it so much more fun to explore it. So if you're an annual pass holder and you live in Florida or you work in Disney and you're always there to see it changing, I think the festivals make Epcot a lot more attractive to guests and to you, like as a person. They're just so cool to see all the different theming they have, the decorations they have, because maybe they do feel like it's boring and they need to spruce it up a little bit and get more people there. I don't know. I love the festivals. Ooh, somebody said that Yak and Yeti is the worst restaurant in Animal Kingdom. And I honestly can't think of that many restaurants in Animal Kingdom. Why can't I think of any? I don't know, but I went to Yak and Yeti once and I really liked it. I thought it was good. It was a long wait, I remember, but I got some great dumplings there and pineapple upside down cake, and I enjoyed that. Someone also said that Festival of the Lion King is the best attraction in Animal Kingdom. I love Flight of Passage too much to agree with this, but it was a really fun show and I had never seen it before my college program. So that's why, honestly guys, if you haven't been watching me for Disney College Program videos and you don't know what it is, check it out, because being able to work in Disney for that amount of time and get into the parks for free has made me appreciate things that I didn't enjoy that much because it felt like a waste of time on your limited time of a trip. So once I was there for not an unlimited amount of time, but a lot of time to spare, I enjoyed a lot of new things that I never got to try with my family, and it was just so fun. The final thing that I think is a very, very unpopular opinion is that the ferry is better than the monorail when going from the TTC to Magic Kingdom. I don't agree with this. I love the monorail. It was one of my absolute favorite things about Disney. The smell of it, the announcements on it, and just the views you get up there. I had never once taken a ferry until my Disney College program, yet again. And it was honestly kind of slow, but it was definitely less crowded. If you are claustrophobic, it is a lot more spacious than the monorail, so I can see why you would like the ferry better for that reasoning. And also, you know, it's nice to be on the water if it's a nice day. You get the wind, it's kind of cool. But I really love the monorail, so I don't think I could let that one go. So that is going to be it for this video. There were so many more that I didn't get to, so if you guys like this and you want a part 2 or something, or if you want a different category of unpopular opinions, that would be fun to do. But make sure you follow my Instagram so that you can be a part of it next time. And I'm sorry if yours didn't get picked. There were just so many good ones, and I just wanted to talk about like the most shocking ones, or the ones that most of you could agree with or disagree with. Have a war in the comments. I'd love to see it happen. It's fun though, because Disney is so big and has so many things that it can fit a lot of people's interests and things that they like. So look how it sparks the conversation between us. It's kind of fun to debate about all the things that you like, because you think everybody likes the same things as you, but it's just not true. And that's why unpopular opinions. It was really fun, and I love to hear from you guys. So thanks again.